So, hey, y'all, hey, and welcome to another session of Meditations with Marigny. And it is Happy Thanksgiving Day for 2025. I don't remember the actual day. I think today is the 28th, if I'm not mistaken, but I can't check it because I'm making this video on my phone. But guys, I wanted to come on right quick and I wanted to say, if you enjoy my videos, I would love for you to click like. If you like my channel, share it with a friend. And I would love for you to subscribe. So today, I really just kind of wanted to come on and talk about a few things that we should be thankful for. With this being Thanksgiving, coming into the holiday season, many of us, especially those of us that are walking in a space of singleness. And one of the things that I kind of took in over the past couple of days is I spent a lot of time in the kitchen cooking. My kids would kind of pass through, hey, mom, what you doing? We kind of chit chat, we eat dinner, things of that sort. But I spent a lot of time thinking about this dating process, marriage, relationships. And during this particular time of year, it can be a very disappointing time for many people. And I may come back and do a video later on. I've never really shared it with my YouTube channel, but my father passed on Christmas Day. So the holidays during that year, my 18th birthday year, was really, really difficult. He was sick and we were going through some things with him, and he ended up passing away on Christmas Day. And so after that, holidays were already pretty big for my family, but after that, I think we really learned how to celebrate with one another, how to appreciate one another. And so this time of year is very festive for us. And actually, I have a video that I'm going to pop on my Facebook page. So if those of you that may follow me on YouTube, if you want to see the video, you can follow us on Facebook, because the video, we're singing and stuff. So they won't let me put it on YouTube. But for the most part, I kind of want to talk about, overcoming the spirit of loneliness. And I'm saying that because while I was cooking, there were a couple of times that I was like, man, I really would love to have companionship while doing this. I would enjoy having someone here that, while I'm baking, they would come in and check on me. Hey, baby, how you doing? Maybe get them something to drink, maybe get them something to eat. We get a hug, a kiss in at that moment in time. And sometimes this time of year can be very challenging for many people. They may find that it's difficult to process through the process of being alone, because there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. And one of the things that I did, people are starting to send me, as soon as I came on to do this video, guys, people have not been texting me all day, but now I'm starting to get text in. But one of the things that I look at is that sometimes we're looking to fill that space, but also just understanding that God has given us the ability to find comfort in Him. And when I say find comfort in Him, just asking Him to pray us through those difficult times. It is very important to me that I have someone that can match my energy. And, sometimes when we come on pages like this, I'm very professional and things of that sort. But when I'm home with my family, like, we just have a good time. If you guys go over to my Facebook page and see this video that we did, you're going to be like, man, they really do know how to have a good time. The whole family. Like, when we come in, it's just everybody turn up. And the thing is, if you can learn to be happy in the little things, then you can learn to be happy when your partner comes and you bring that same joy and happiness to them. And so I'm sharing that with you because I also made a declaration, and I said, and sometimes you be scared to say things because once you say it, it's out there. But I sent it to a couple of my friends and a couple of my close family members, and I said, this is the last year that you guys will call me Miss Young. Next year, I will be Mrs. And I said that as an affirmation to myself, to affirm and to know that I am going to get exactly what I've asked God for, and He's going to do it within a certain time period. I said to my family, I said, this is the last Thanksgiving that I will come to the Thanksgiving dinner by myself. That will not happen again next year. And I'm saying that because sometimes we have to make the declaration. Someone said to me, well, I've already picked out my honeymoon location. Somebody said, I've already bought a wedding dress. I don't want a wedding. So for those that may know me, I may have a small something, but I don't want a wedding. Like, by the time, I've said this before, by the time that it is announced that I'm married, I might be married 3 to 6 months. I might be married a couple of months. I might be married a year before anybody really knows about it publicly. And that's just because I believe that God is going to move swiftly um, in the process of what will happen with me. And so I'm just sharing that with you guys because I want you to still make sure that you think about the things that you should be thankful for. Don't just look at the things that you don't have, or perhaps the companionship that you don't have. What are you doing to prepare yourself for the companionship that is coming? And so there are little things that I've done, such as imagining what my holiday time would be like. If my husband ends up having children that have grandchildren, I don't have grandchildren. So, but if I marry someone that has grandchildren, how do we incorporate them into our holiday time period? And making sure that I'm making room for his family as well. So I thought I would just mention that to you guys and let you know that, you know, don't get weary in well doing. Don't get weary during your waiting season. So don't allow the wait, WEIGHT, to cause you a challenge while you're waiting, WAIT, because you want to make sure that in your waiting period that you're doing what you need to do to prepare for your mate. If you are a man that is preparing for a wife, you want to make sure, what are you doing right now? I am like cleaning out closets. I'm getting rid of old phone numbers, old text messages. I'm making room for him. What things are you doing in order to do that while you're being thankful? And so don't look at the things that you can complain about. Look at what things that you can be thankful for. And I was thankful that I was able to make all the cakes for my family. I even had a friend that said, I got family coming into town, and I ordered one cake and I bought another one, but I should have ordered this one. And she didn't know I surprised her last night. I went ahead and made her a red velvet cake. Or did I make her a key lime? Key lime, because she had ordered a red velvet. And so I just surprised her, called her and told her, hey, I'm going to be at your house in a few minutes and I got this cake for you. And so I'm saying that because God will send exactly what you need. She simply mentioned to me in the grocery store yesterday morning that she needed a key lime cake. And last night, God provided it for her. And that's the way that I believe that many relationships are going to be. We are going to speak them into existence. God, this is what I need in a partner. This is what I would like. This is what I want. These are some of my preferences. And then these are the things that I know that I need in order for this relationship to be productive. And then let God do what he does. And I'm saying that because there was a friend that got quite a bit of a surprise from me over the past couple of days. And the thing is, sometimes people don't know you until they know you. They don't know what your personality trait is like until they learn what your personality trait is like. And in speaking with someone, and you guys know that I'm on this dating site, in speaking with someone, how do you get to know a person unless you take the time to get to know them? You won't get to know someone unless you dove over into that component. And so many of us are afraid of being vulnerable that we're too afraid to let people see who we really are. And I think the best relationships are the ones that you just don't hold back anything. You go ahead and you let the chips fall where they may. And when they do fall, then you embrace the person that you're actually dealing with. And when you embrace them, it then will put you in a position where you can be thankful for the things that they bring to the table, as well as the things that you bring to the table. Let your light shine before men, that when they see your works, not somebody else's work, but when they see your works, that they will glorify your Father who is in heaven. And when you do that, you let your light shine. Everywhere I go, I try to be just who I am. Y'all see me today on Thanksgiving, got on this bright orange because I felt happy. I felt like God was moving in a special way and that he was allowing me to be able to be my bright self. I could have worn like a brown because I was like, I want something kind of seasonal and it's fall outside. So I had thought about putting on like this brown color, but I felt very bright. I felt happy. And to me, that's exactly what my outfit says today, that I'm thankful, that I'm grateful, that I believe God that next year, this time, 2026, you guys are going to be able to mark it and say, she said it. Yeah. This the last Thanksgiving that y'all gonna see your girl out here by herself. This is it. And this is it because this is what I expect for God to do. Not because I'm in a rush, but because I'm in the season where I'm ready for that elevation. I'm ready for that move of God. I'm ready for God to move me into that space. And I'm ready to serve as a wife. Remember, marriage and relationship is not about what you can get, it's about what you can give. And so, since this is the season of giving, just know that I am affirming, confirming, and making an affirmation that next year, this time, it's going to be different. So, y'all check back with me in a year and say, let's see what the Lord has done because it's going to be good. All right. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Talk to you later. If you like my videos, I'd love for you to click like. If you enjoy it, I'd love for you to share it with a friend. And if nothing else, I would love for you to subscribe. Have a great Thanksgiving, y'all. Bye.